What's going on, everyone? We are back on the Beta Crafters Skyblock server, and I have been trying to figure this out. The nuclear reactor that we have should only have power of increments of 5, because each of these put out 5 RF a tick. And I cannot figure out why it's at 137, and I think it should only be at 135. Core temperature is the same, all of our heat vents are sitting fine. Just can't figure it out, but I am welcoming that extra 2 EU a tick. Not the worst thing to ever happen. Hopped on and our tree farm was messed up again. Not sure what that's about, but I have it almost back up and running. We actually burnt through a lot of coal for a bunch of different projects. Let's toss that in there. Just need to get it above 100 C or 100 degrees Celsius and we will be just fine. How are you looking? You need more dirt, don't you? Composting is slow. Get me out of here. Anyways, we left off last episode. We were so close to getting our auto spawner. Well, I took the time and I made a couple machine frames and got all the fixings we need for a machine chassis, actually 2 of them, and we can come over here and boom, auto spawner. Beautiful. This is going to allow us to get all of the ender pearls we need. We just need to get a safari net and catch an enderman. That's not a matter of how hard it's going to be as opposed to how long it's going to take. But I spent some time and I made this little room. It's going to be our spawning room. And our auto spawner will go right there. And to power it, we can steal the what is it called? Solar panel from over here. Because we are currently not doing anything, and I will make another one of these off camera, and that's actually going to put us pretty close to our next project because we do have enough resources to dive into big reactors. Just going to be a matter of getting it all set up and recording it to show you guys. But here we go. Let there be no power. I believe it is nighttime, it is raining, we are not getting jack nothing from the sun. Or this chest, apparently. Alright. So, let's head on downstairs. I want to verify that that's getting power. I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, the next thing we're going to need is a whole lot of mob essence, and we can go the grinder route, but that would be another something we need to power, or we can use our own experience to get mob essence. There's only a few things we need, like a sewer. Let's take a look at this. Shouldn't be that hard. A couple clay bricks, reservoir. Fused quartz. Does it have to be fused quartz? Oh, it has to be fused quartz. Okay, let's take a look at the grinder. How about that? Grinder. This is good. That means I can actually change the room. The ender, dark steel, obsidian and steel. That's easy enough to make. A couple of books, fluid conduit, hardened glass, copper, that's not the worst, electrical steel with silicone, that's easy enough to make, if only. Alright, let me get some stuff together and I will bring you guys back when we are ready to assemble our grinder. Alright, so here we go, a grinder, and then we are also going to need a little bit of iron. No, that's electrical iron. 1, 2, 3. That paired with a little bit of obsidian, and that'll give us an XP shower. And then we need an XP drain and some sort of tanak, some sort of tank, right? And I tend to like to use the, what was that, Ender IO or Open Blocks? Where'd you go? Open Blocks tank. Works fairly well. I like the way it looks. It's nice, clearness. How clear the clearness is. But no, what we need to do is come upstairs where I have run, if I can find it, some Ender IO cables. We have energy conduit and a fluid conduit, right? And so we're gonna put, no, not that. We need to put, not the grinder either. Where did I put that bloody sewer? Oh, I think I dumped it in... Oh, wait, no. We weren't going that route. That's right. Oh, I just wasted so much time. That's okay. Alright, so what we're going to do in the meantime, then, is trying to... still getting used to this base. We are going to do that, right? And then trying to think of the best method, because we need to move all the mobs. Okay, does this thing have an expandable? It doesn't. So if I remember, it's a 3x3, I want to say. So if we place it here, it'll go down one and straight across. 1, 2, 3. So that'll be right in between these torches. And we need to get all the mobs over there. So how about conveyors, maybe? I know mobs can't spawn on these. However, on these ones they can. But we need a rolling machine. How about fans? How hard are fans? Whoa, fans, there we go. Well, that's going to be simple enough. So we can use fans to do that, and we'll just inset them into the walls. So we will place the grinder if we place it the right way. Does a crescent wrench work on that? It does. There we go. So now we are going to take a tank, since we have it, fluid duct, and an energy conduit. And let's just build a quick little platform out so we have somewhere to stand so we're not wasting jetpack. And there's that. Not thinking glass, not hardened glass. The tank. We want a tank right there. And a fluid. If we come in here, fluid, we want extract, active without signal, so that will fill up with mob essence. And then we have a couple more energy conduits we can run up. And then we are also going to need some item conduits. How hard are those? Hello? Item conduits. Here we go. Oh, we are nowhere near that right now. Close. But I guess for now what we are going to do is break that. And let's see, do we have... tree ready to be chopped down. We're just going to place a chest right there. And downstairs we go. Still getting lost. Come here. Really? Get in there. Alright, there's our chest. And I believe it will spit out items. Right? Ooh, not there. Goodbye. Do it like that, and we have a whole bunch of item ducts. And what we're going to do, ow, is just run that up here. Let me figure out what I'm going to do with this, because I'm drawing a massive blank right now. And I will bring you guys back once I figured it out. Alright, so this is what I've come up with so far. We have 3 fans up front, 2 on either side that'll push them into the killing area. And just as a temporary power source, I have a capacitor with a decent buffer, Jesus. And tanks are sitting well, slowly gonna fill up, and as they fill up I can bring them up here, right over here, and drain them out using that fluid duct. And oh yeah, along the backside everything's working just fine. You can see the item duct with a signalum servo. They're quite quick and I do enjoy them, and signalum's not that hard to come by anymore. Just heading to a nice little bank of 2x2 storage drawers, which is more than enough for what I'd say we're using it. And they fit perfectly into this little intersection. I actually think I'm going to close this off because of how it's set up, at least until I can set a better, or have a better setup for this. Maybe using those, what were they called, conveyors we were talking about earlier. But for now, I'll probably just end up closing this wing of the base off until further use, or until further notice. Let's see, how many of these do we have? Another stack. Beautiful. Have been running the nuclear reactor quite nicely. Let's check if it's still running at 137. Sure enough it is. And looks like everything's getting reprocessed just fine. Getting a nice little stockpile of plutonium. We have 1 ender pearl right now, and as soon as this gets enough UU matter, it will make another one. And I think sadly we have only 1 up here. Let's see, 2. So that 1 that we will make from UU matter will give us our safari net. And then we just need to wait on a Enderman to spawn, which actually hoping we get one spawning in our little makeshift spawning area, but we will have to see about that. I do have this chunk loaded. If we look, slowly expanding our chunk loaded areas. Right here is the killing area, as you can see. Tree farm chunk loaded, all the water wheels are still chunk loaded, and this mob farm is not. I'm hoping that when I do log off for the night, that with this unchunk loaded, that this will be the prime spawning area. You can see a little over half of it is able to be spawned at any time. The rest of it is just actually, am I seeing that wrong? They can't spawn here at all? Oh, it must be from the torches outside. And those fans are doing quite a good job funneling everything. There you are. But yes, beautiful thing. Once we get that Safari net, let me show you the recipe really quick. Safari, this one is the one we need. 4 of those little turds. And there's not really, God, that's really expensive to make. Not really a good way of getting it. Kind of wish I didn't waste all of them. I used a couple of them to make those transfer nodes. And sometimes I wish I didn't. But anyways, there's a chicken. There's not a chicken anymore. Oh, okay, it was a little chicken rider. Anyways, let me check the time on this video. I think I've been rambling for quite a bit. So let me give that a quick look and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, so a little bit of time left. I wanted to show you some of the numbers that we were reaching. Nether quartz, 4,000 nether quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How about that? So what I've been doing is just pulling out groups of 4 stacks and just turning them into blocks of quartz, and that actually allows it to process more because there are like these gas tiers. Even though we have 110, we will need a lot more in netherwart. So when that peaks, it actually allows more to get pumped through when I switch it over. 323 soul sand, that is quite nice to see. But really what I do is take some coal and I will bring that upstairs. Hello? I will not bring that upstairs. I'll bring it up here. I'll leave this crafting grid with everything we need in it. You can see I still have some in, but our dye of choice is this pulverized coal. Come on, get in there. Okay, we're missing one of them. That's okay, we can go like that. And that gives us our black quartz, black frequency, sorry. And been expanding out slowly. This is the way I want to go, but run into a little bit of a problem with space, and I don't really have the ability to shift everything over. So maybe I will turn this into our main AE access point. Grant there will be a bunch of them, but I think at this point I would like to grab all this and set up. Let's see, that's that far, so let's come out one more. You can be dismantled. How are we doing on space? Wonderful. And what we'll do is pull out 1, 2, 3, and that'll be there. Get rid of that torch. And we're going to make another intersection right here. Alright, that looks good. Boom, boom. And a nice little intersection we have. We did have a ding, let's see, what was it? Iron pickaxe. We received another modifier, so we can either put some more redstone on it, or not really sure, because I definitely don't want this to be an auto smelt pick. That would just be moderately annoying. But maybe fortune, put fortune on it. Probably put a diamond on it just because. And maybe in the future I want to set up a crushed netherrack farm, which really wouldn't be that hard. just need to set up a stone barrel with our lava barrels over there and just drop a whole bunch of redstone into it. Let's see. Just like that. Bring these up. Whoa, hey, there's a hole there. There we go. And this will house, or this area will house the luminaire things. I think that's what they're called, luminaires, lamps, lime green lamp thingy mabobbers. The things that make the light of light green. Yeah, these guys right here. Alright, and then it's just a matter of putting the roof on. But I think what I want to get set up next episode, and it's going to be a whole lot of prep work, but luckily I have a pretty open weekend, so I will be doing a lot of work on the base. Probably, I think tomorrow I will live stream on Twitch, and the link is in the About page, I think. Pretty sure it's there. I think I've seen it. It's actually on the banner for the channel. But look for that tomorrow at some time. Not sure when. But I will live stream probably most of the work I do. And then what it was going to be, I think I just completely glazed over it, was I want to dive into big reactors and make a huge capacitor bank that we will store all the power from that in, because it is time to move away from those water wheels. It's time to move away, or not solely rely on our tree farm, because it seems to be really unreliable. I mean, we're just now reheating up. Got some oak saplings in there. There we go. But if we can get away from that, that will be quite wonderful. Really need to find a better way of getting back there. Maybe a nice carpenter's door. But anyways, you don't belong there. I have a lot of aesthetic work to do. I need to run all these quartz strips around it so it's nice and prettified. So, thank you for watching this episode. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys later.